morning, Joe.
How are you today?
Doing just fine, thanks.
It is amazing. September is just about done, and it's going to finally start to feel like fall later this week.
Yeah, gonna be in the 60s, I guess.
Absolutely. And I know
You
that
know,
puts your thoughts of the holidays forefront in your mind.
well, actually, no one wants to talk about this early, but the planning begins, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I know the word is out for contest. The theme winners for Christmas Festival Parade, which always happens the Sunday after Thanksgiving. And we were just talking the other day about the decorating our city, all the various tree lightings we do, but especially the work that's done at the Hancock Adams Common, which people really thoroughly enjoy. So, I mean, that stuff takes time to do, so we'll be in motion in October getting started.
Yes, the parade is back this year after a pandemic hiatus last year, so that is
Right.
great news. Is it a full-fledged Christmas parade?
Indeed.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, in the theme you mentioned, actually, the deadline to enter that contest is a week from this Friday. So, it's not too early to start talking about this. I'd be very
You
curious to
wonder
see.
how many variations it can be over the years, but every year they seem to come up with one. So,
Yeah, well, I have a sense this year's theme may have something to do with resilience or renewed hope or something along those lines. Hopefully.
yeah, I suppose. Well, when you look at it is a Christmas parade. When you look at the Holy Family, you talk about resilience.
Yeah.
Born into poverty, had to move to avoid being murdered by King Herod. I mean, they didn't have it easy. So, I know we've had a tough couple of more than 18 months now, but
Yeah.
nothing comparable.
Actually, looking at the numbers for Quincy just yesterday, the positivity rate is down below 2% now. New case counts are down, so the city looks like it's doing okay.
Yeah, we're in a good place. I mean, obviously, we like it to all be zero, but we're in a
Right.
good place.
Sure.
We're a city of over 100,000, and people are out and about working, and so you have some cases. So, overall, I mean, Massachusetts has done very well, and mainly because we're one of the top vaccinated states. So,
Yep.
it does have a correlation.
How do you feel about the education department extending the mask mandate in the public schools?
Well, they're going to do what they're going to do. I understand. I'm thrilled the kids are back in the buildings, and able to participate in programs and sports and learning one-on-one in the classroom. It does make a big difference. Now it'll be much nicer when we see the mask on, but obviously that decision's made above my pay grade. So we'll just keep on it, and then hope for the best. Maybe by first of the year things will change. Who knows?
Yeah. How's the testing going in the schools?
It's going fine.
Okay.
Yep.
I know that some other communities are having issues getting some of those tests. Is that a problem here in Quincy?
Not to my knowledge.
Oh, okay. Very good.
No one's brought it to my attention.
Mayor, we should talk about the incident at North Quincy High School yesterday regarding a student with a gun and how you feel the administration reacted to that.
Well, keep in mind, it wasn't in the high school.
Okay.
It's the Goals program. So it's a separate building behind North Quincy High School. In fact, we had an incident there a number of years ago. And it's some of the more challenged behavioral kids that are in the Goals program, because we know that if somebody's expelled from high school, the chance of them having any success in life without a diploma is difficult. So we have a special program for some kids that have some challenges. And, of course, this was unacceptable. It was an 18-year-old. And I guess he flashed it to a friend in the restroom, and the friend reported him to the administration. And when he was approached about it, he fled. The police was called in, and they apprehended him on the red line. So, we're not going to stand for any of that. Absolutely not. That young man will not be in our school system any longer. It was a handgun fully loaded. I mean, it's just unacceptable.
Yeah. There was some parents were concerned that there wasn't a lockdown put in place. Do you think there should have been?
Well, you know what? Until we review it all internally, both with the police and our school personnel, and walk through every detail, I'm going to refrain from saying anything in that regard. I mean, if they saw the youngster, and they probably did, the folks from the Goals program run away from the school toward the red line, then maybe there wasn't a lockdown needed. I'm not I'm not defending it,
Yep.
but
Yep.
until all the facts are assessed and figured out, then we'll make that determination.
Okay.
I think generally speaking, a lockdown probably would have been ordered. Better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
But again, it's easy to say that after the fact. When things are happening, it's people are making quick decisions on the ground, and again, it was in the Goals building behind the high school on Hunt Street, not in the high school.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And superintendent made it a point to say that he didn't threaten anybody with the weapon at all. It was just kind of showing it off, basically.
Yeah, I don't know if he's trying to be cool or what, but nonetheless,
right.
It's a loaded gun. So,
yeah. So,
he never pulled it. I never threatened anybody. Agreed. That's essentially what the facts are showing right now.
Right.
But you don't know. You don't know what the next step would be. So it's always better to err on the side of safety. I think obviously I congratulate the police department. They moved quickly and were able to apprehend them and make sure that everybody was safe. So good job on their part.
Yep.
It's too bad we have to be concerned about these things in this day and age. Years ago, Joe, there was an issue in the 90s at Quincy High School where a youngster had a gun in the school, and the city expelled the kid, and the state said, no, you can't expel him, you've got to educate him. And that's when the city took it to court, actually. Jim Timmons was the lawyer on the case, and we won it in Superior Court, basically saying, no, we're not doing that. We're not putting other kids in jeopardy to try to take care of one kid. So I mean, and then, of course, Hunt Street about 12 years ago, we had an issue around the Goals program with some visitors to somebody in the Goals program that also had a gun, and I believe a shot or two was fired in the neighborhood. Nobody was hurt.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, unfortunately, these things happen in today's society.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to minimize it, but we will go over all the protocols to make sure going forward we're making the right calls.
Sure. It's unfortunate this student felt he had to have a gun for protection. What's going on in his life is the bigger story.
Well, you don't know if that was for protection. We don't know what it was for.
Right.
I mean, that's whole part of the investigation. I mean, that's somebody told me. Somebody said that on Facebook. Oh, what a shame! The poor kid thinks he has to carry a gun to protect himself. Not in Quincy. I don't buy that at all. It seems to me it was a kid showing off. That's serious business. So whatever your intent was, whether ill or not, it's not acceptable, period. So,
Mayor, let's talk about something a little more positive, food.
That's a good one.
The city's having another food truck festival this weekend.
It is. It's down on Coddington Street.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at the long-term forecast, but it's always a big hit.
It looks okay right now.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Some great music. It's good sweatshirt weather. The only thing I've always insisted on is to make sure the whoopie pie truck was there. That's my favorite. So
using
I told it we'll be there.
Using your bully pulpit for those that are really important.
The old interest of what's the old doctrine of self-interest, right?
That's right. It is this Saturday afternoon, right along Coddington Street, and in addition to the food trucks, there's some entertainment as well. It's just a great chance to get outside. And
it is a great chance to get outside.
Yeah.
And as we all know, we've had a long 18 months, and we've had some starts and stops, but it's a great chance to just get out and enjoy yourself.
So now, are there some generals in the city this week? Is there a program going on to kind of welcome some military generals?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
If there is, I wasn't invited.
Okay. Okay. So all the generals that were here have gone back to their assignments.
That's my understanding.
Okay. To that end, how's the bridge coming along, Mayor?
Yeah, it's sometime in November.
Okay.
They're finishing up on Bergen Parkway. I've been openly critical of the company. I think they're very, 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 very slow.
Yeah.
The fencing portion will be in sometime late November, which is where that gray plywood is behind the walls.
So attractive, yes.
Yes. So hopefully before the holidays it'll all be done.
Okay. Are you planning Christmas decorations there as well now?
Well, certainly on the park side.
Okay.
Not necessarily on the bridge, but yes, on the park side.
All right.
Yep.
Very good. Good to talk to you, Mayor. Appreciate the time as always.
My pleasure, Joe.
Right.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye
Bye-bye.